the X's and the O's, but this right here, we could not comment on this. Hi, y'all. So, Gwen, we showed the clip. What do you think about this? I've had feelings about this for a long time.
Not sure if you want me to go first because I understand both sides. I understand the mommy wife side. Well, I don't understand the mommy wife. I recognize the mommy wife side, but I
Mm-hmm.
understand the mother side. Let's just face it. I had two sons. They 3 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
They both was into basketball and football. It's a lot of time, a lot of Sundays, a lot of money, a lot of back and forth, a lot of trips, a lot of train, a lot of everything.
Mm-hmm.
But her son has made it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying she should take her foot off the pedestal, but she have to allow him to be a man.
I felt like this for a long time about Jay's mom. What is her name?
Regina Jackson.
That's it, Regina Jackson, because I don't want to say Jay's
I
mom.
actually met her in New Orleans.
I remember that you saw her at the
Mm-hmm.
whatever you call it, the little rally.
The takeover.
Takeover. Yeah, so I felt like this a long time about her, and people in the beginning, and they still are saying it like she's a great mom and she's looking out for her son. And I get all of that. I think that she is a great mom to a degree. I think that she is absolutely looking out for her son. But I think it comes a time when your son comes of age, you have to still advise, you have to still be in their lives, but you have to back up. It is strange that anytime he's doing anything extracurricular, she's sitting there like that. She needs to back up. He needs to have his free time. He needs to be able to go out with his friends and breathe and be.
Now, I did go to a Wizards game, and he was there with Bobby Wagner.
When she
But he
did
was
too?
with no date. Bobby had somebody with him, his wife, whoever the light skinned boy was. But he wasn't on a date. So I think he gets out, Sabrina. But yeah, it's just starting to rub me the wrong way. And then everybody has something to say because she went on this podcast. She basically, we know how she feels about women coming for her son. She said she had nightmares about this. But you're living in out. He got to get with somebody, the
Yeah.
natural order of things. But I think she gonna pick her too.
Listen, let me tell you something. I was telling somebody that earlier. I said she is the type. Seemingly, I do not know Miss Regina Jackson, but she seems like the type where she want to pick her son's wife. She want to have say. She want to. I mean, it comes a time you have taught your child well. Let them live out and practice what you have taught them. She's going way beyond. She seems like the type that's going to want to pick his wife. She seems like the type where if he try to push back, she's going to guilt trip him and be like, I'm the one that got you here. You need to listen to me. She seems like that type.
You know what probably need to happen that maybe he can help her with, now that she out, because she be in them streets. All I want to say, she don't be dressing like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he can find her a boo thing to take her mind off of it because and I met two women, 2 phenomenal women in my life since my these past couple of months, and I've been going through my grieving process. And both of these women made a pact that they would not bring any other men into their lives until their sons or daughters were grown, that they would stay single until their children left the house. And I believe maybe she took that path, but he has left the house. It's time for her to allow him to enjoy the fruits of his labors. And that means, now I don't want him in these streets being, community, what they say, community,
Property.
but yes, you know what I meant to say. Thank you for the property. But he definitely needs to know. How do you know what you like or what you don't like unless you go out with different people? And when I say you can feel the chemistry between him,
weren't they cute?
And did you see her face?
She was just a cheating and granted.
I would pay $1 million to hear that conversation. What did she say to her? Because her whole position, everything was like she sat there like, let me get out of here. It's unfortunate though because he has a great star. I just don't want this to be the negative thing that everybody is talking about or remembers.
Yeah, and some people are saying that they think that him and Juju are somehow related. Because if you look at Juju, she looks like Regina. They look alike, very much so. But I don't think they're actually related. I just think maybe they run in the same circles a little bit because they're both from California and sports and all that. Who knows? I don't know. But I don't think they're actually related. But back to what you were saying, you said something about the way she dresses or something like that. And I'm like, yeah. And I was saying to somebody else earlier again today, she doesn't have to dress like a grandmother. She
No.
doesn't have to dress old, but
Mm-mm.
there's a way that she presents herself to let you know she here. I'm here, and I need you to know I'm here. She needs to calm it down and back it up a little bit on a lot of levels, I think. Yeah.
But I think she has done a phenomenal job. I think she has a right
Mhm.
to feel this way because my sons ain't go as far as her son. So I get she has to protect him from everybody.
Okay, but wait a
And
minute. Yes, I think we agree on that.
yeah,
She has a
but
job to
she is
do
doing a little bit too much for
a
my
little bit,
taste.
and that's
Yeah.
see, I feel like I'm on a roll. I'm doing too much, but that is a thing. We know that where a lot of the times, if the dad goes out of the picture for whatever the reason, the son
That's what I
becomes a
was,
surrogate.
that's what I was trying to say. Like they have committed to not bringing other people in to raise their kids, but they and by doing it, you get a stranger to me. It's
Mhm,
a strange attachment. The people that's in my life that I don't have to know about Regina.
mhm.
There is a closeness. It's almost like a controlling, like hovering, like
That's the word.
yeah.
Mhm.
So it's
Controlling. And I think
yeah.
that's the thing she has to check. Still advise your son, still look out for him, still, say, I don't know about that one. But you don't have to go everywhere with him. You don't have to control his interactions and be with him at least half of the time he go out. I just think it's the controlling thing that's bothering me. And people did not see it. And I'm thinking they're just starting to see, like, wait a minute. You
Yeah,
know
it's
what I'm
starting to
saying?
be a little bit. I didn't think at first he knew she wanted to be out. Look at my hard work gaming. She want to be with him. But now it's that move like did kind of make me go. First time I ever even commented on it because I would hear stuff. I'd be like, leave that lady alone. But now I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, and now we were talking earlier, you and I, about the flip side of it. Like Travis Hunter, he needs somebody, a mom,
Good night.
more like that. There's a middle ground. It seems like he don't have enough. She's doing too much. Just get in the middle somewhere.
Let's just bring this up because it's a couple of weeks old, but this is kind of like another, it's like not the flip side of that story, but another level of that
Mhm.
story, like LeBron and Bronny, how he stepped to Stephen A. And everybody saying, well, we understand the father side, but if you allow this your child to join the NBA, everybody has an opinion and a critique, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And he should allow that to happen. Now I get the respect. Everybody saying, "Well, I respect the father and LeBron for, step." But why you ain't stepping the shot or stepping to Ernie or step? Maybe something happened behind the scenes where Bronny specifically was upset about what Stephen A. said. But
Mhm.
LeBron kind of put him out there by saying he was better than all the people that got picked before him and all this.
No, sir. No, sir. Come on now. Let's be
So
real.
you kind of made that wound by saying that statement. But I get it. They in the sports with their children. They help them, they guide them, they raise them, they come their own like superstar and they get their own money and stuff. But I still think even that to me LeBron went too far. I think he should have just because I didn't even know what Stephen A said until that happened. Then I went back and checked what he said and agreed with it.
See what I'm saying? And that's the thing.
So
Yeah.
it's a way you have to parent. There are success stories, many, like, especially with the black males and the black moms. I think this is starting to be a thing with these quarterbacks and their mamas, Lamar, Jalen, now
Mm.
Jayden, so it's like, but Lamar and Jayden their moms seem to have a good handle on where their sons are living and growing and successful, but still having a presence in their life. But I think Jade and mom maybe need to hang out with them and get an understanding of this is how you maneuver. But she just got that look on her face to me, like she don't care what none of us say. That's
Yeah,
her.
and that's the thing. I think it's gotten to the point where it's actually a little embarrassing. But she's a type where she ain't gonna be embarrassed. She's like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I ain't embarrassed at all.
This my baby.
Right.
I have to say, I get it. I get it. But that right there, let them two young people sit together and have a good time.
Yeah, whether they were feeling each other or whether they're cousins, whether they're whatever. Let's say I blew it out of proportion and they are related somehow. It's still too many other instances where she just.
I mean, I don't think they're related because who wouldn't have peeped that part out?
Yeah, they're not
Shouldn't have been
related.
a thing. It's, I mean, Sabrina not on as many platforms as I be watching, but it's everywhere. I mean, they are talking about this. Everybody has an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So we just thought we'll come on and say, I get it, but she doing a little bit too much for my taste.
Yeah, agreed. I think that's a consensus. We agree.
See what happens moving forward.
Yeah,
If
I
she
just.
puts it in a little bit more.
Yeah, bless his heart. I just hope that man can live his life. That's
And
all.
have a good night. We don't need this interfering with his play.
Don't let him start looking at social media too much and get off his game. Stay in that VR headset.
Come on now.
Go to that practice facility. But
Leave that
anyway,
baby alone. He gonna be all right. I just want to take this opportunity to thank all of those who reached out to me and gave me support and prayers. If this is your first time I'm viewing Spicy Hills, my mom passed away. She was going through a year-long illness, and I never imagined her leaving me. It took me some time. I don't think I've recorded since, and Sabrina did a phenomenal job hanging in there by herself, but I just couldn't because she was the person that introduced me to all my loves, and she loved herself some Commanders, some Redskins, and then some Commanders.
mm-hmm.
And she also liked the Steelers because when the Redskins wasn't good in the 70s, the Steelers would get at them Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She had a disdain for them. You know what I mean?
Very good.
So I just want to thank you all for just the prayers and the support because I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thank you but I'm slowly stepping back in, but thank you again. And please keep my family and myself in your prayers because it doesn't stop. And the grief is something I've never experienced before. And I struggle daily. But I'm just trying to get back to my life. So thank you again, everyone.
And we're glad to have Gwen back here today. You know, we don't know what the schedule is going to be going ahead, but we had to talk about this one. So we were glad.
Yeah, I'm going to start getting back in it because my mother will want me to. Mm-hmm. And it's all about honoring her in this way.
And with that being said, I'm Sabrina.
And I'm Gwen. Stay blessed, stay safe, love someone.